What? What are you looking at? You're probably wondering what I'm doing. Frankly, I don't know. But I am reading. You're probably wondering what I'm reading. Well, I'm reading my favorite book. Why is it my favorite? Because inside is the numbers 1001 written on it. You might be wondering, what does 1001 mean? Well, what if I told you that you needed to take 1001 risks before you succeeded? I think I've got it the wrong way around. Sorry. You see, in our lives, we take more than 1,000 risks. But for many, the most important one is that one risk, the 1,001st risk, where you succeed. For my parents, this occurred on October 2006. My parents were faced with the decision to move to Australia. Now, they were going to leave everything behind to start a new life, start a new career here in the land down under. You see, they knew nothing about the language, nothing about the culture, nothing about the people or the land itself, except for that Australian said, "Shrimp on the barbie." So they took that big risk. And I think this is the same for many other migrant families who may have migrated here from another country. And you know what? I'm really grateful for them, because if it wasn't for my parents taking that risk and coming here, I wouldn't be standing in front of you today. My dad, he's one of the people in my family who are prone to take risks. Last year, I was going through a photo album which had all of the memories of him inside, all of the photos of him doing things. He was happy, he was having a great time, and he was joyful in all of them. Well, this is obviously because this was before he met my mom. But I'm kidding. You see, I realized something when I looked at those photos that one particular time. I realized for all of these memories to happen one by one inside that photo album, there needed to be risk involved. And today, I would like to share with you 2 of the photos straight from his photo album. First one, it's him singing. He was the kind of guy who, after a party, someone needed to go up and sing, he would be that guy. And Mum even tells me that sometimes he would sing so loud that he didn't even need a mic. And when he did have a mic, you'd be enjoying the song, but half of the time you'd have to cover your ears because of how loud it was. Second photo. I don't know how to describe that just as well as you can. He's wearing a cowboy outfit, he's got the shades on, he's got the akubra, having a jolly good time, out in a pub in outback Australia in Whoop Whoop. However, my father passed away 11 years ago. It came to a shock to my family, as it would to yours if someone that you loved passed away. See, on that day, my mum took the biggest risk of her life, one that would change my life and my family's life forever. You see, she made the decision of looking after her children and to stay strong with them. She could have left us, she could have given us to our family, she could have abandoned us. But no, she didn't. She stood strong and stood by her children, even in the toughest of times. She persevered, she pushed through, and she persisted. And I just have so much gratitude for her, because again, if it wasn't for her taking that big risk in my life, I wouldn't be standing here spreading my story to all of you. And I think we should all give a round of applause to all of our mothers, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here sitting in the audience and talking today. So now, I want to show you a model which I've created. There are 3 doors. Behind one of the doors is a tenor. And no, not Pavarotti, but a $10 note. Behind the other two doors is failure. See, this is similar to the Monty Hall problem, but there's no cars or goats, so we're fine. So now I've given you the choice to choose a door, and you need to take the risk, giving you the opportunity to do this. You see, we could run away, hide, and give up, and not even choose a door because of how scared we are to take risks. But we shouldn't be like that, because we don't learn when we do that. So now I would like to ask the audience to please stand up when I call out a door, and that is the door which you will choose to have the $10 note behind it. So please, if you believe it is behind door number 1, please stand up. Amazing, thank you very much. You may sit down now. If you believe the $10 note is behind door number 2, please stand up. Gee, that's a lot of people. Wow, you guys must have faith in that door. Thank you very much. You may sit down. For the lucky last door, door number 3, who believes the $10 note is behind that door? Good amount of people as well. Thank you very much. You may sit down. So now, tensions are really high right now. Let's open one of the doors. Let's open door number 3. Audience, can I have a drum roll, please? Door number 3. Do you have the $10 note for me? Bow. No, it doesn't have it. You failed. But it's okay. Although I've just told you to take a risk and you listened to me, but you failed, you must feel down. But I tell you, it's okay, because this happens in our lives sometimes. Sometimes we take a risk, and we take the risk and the failure opens up to us. Door number 3 opens to us. And it's not what we want, and we will feel down. And sometimes we can feel even more overwhelmed. So these are 3 things that I hate that please don't do if you want to take a risk. Run away, give up, and hide. Tell me, what do you learn from running away, giving up, and hiding, other than that you're good at running? You see, you learn nothing. But when you actually take that risk and you open that door, and even if it's a failure, you learn how not to succeed. You don't look at it as a failure. You look at it as a learning moment. Without further ado, let's open another door, audience. We'll open door number 1 now. For those who chose door number 1, good luck to you. Drum roll, please. Door number 1. Do you have $10 notes or are you no fun? Bow. You failed again. And you know what? It's okay. Because in life, we may fail repeatedly. Twice in a row, 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row. But even if the risk is our first, our 100th, or our 1000th, and we fail all of those times, 1, you must have pretty bad luck. But 2, it's fine. Because like I said before, it's all part of the learning moment. And from this, you can learn how not to succeed at taking that risk. So now we're left with the last door. If the other 2 doors are empty, what does that mean? What's behind door number 2? $10, right. Unless I've lied to you and there's nothing behind that door, which I assure you, I promise you, I haven't. So, without further ado, the last door, the loudest drum roll you can ever do. Door number 2. Do you have the $10 note? Or I look like a fool? Yes, it does. Congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. We've done it. We've finally succeeded. And even though we failed countless amount of times, at the end, we received the reward. And ultimately, that reward is worth a lot more than the failures you had to go through. And I'm just going to keep this. Cost of living is going up, so every dollar counts. We've persevered, we've pushed through, we've persisted. Just like what my mum did. on that tough day when my father passed away. You see, from doing this, we've succeeded. We've triumphed. We've won. Isn't that right? Yes. Yes. So, how do you feel now? You must feel good, don't you? So remember, take risks. It's fine if you fail. It's the way you look at that failure is the key thing. Because you could be upset, give up, run away, and hide, and end it there. Or you can keep pushing, you can keep persevering, and you can keep persisting. And in the end, you'll get that reward. What makes us so beautifully unique is that we all come from different backgrounds. We all share different stories. But what makes us all one is that we all take risks. One whole big human family on this earth. And you know, even though our situations are different, the risks, all the same, may seem different to each one of us. You see, for me, as a 16-year-old college student from a migrant family living under a single parent, single income in a flat, the risks I take might be different to yours, and to yours. I might worry about which is the cheapest cereal to buy, but you might worry about whether or not to invest in Tesla stock. But what's so amazing is that no matter how big or how small the risk you take, in the end, it's all about how you face that risk and how you challenge it. And so now I call for you to rise up, challenge that risk. Don't give up. Don't hide. Don't run away. But take that challenge head on and fight the challenge and fight the risk. And you know what? Let's all take a risk today. And we can put memories like this TED Talk, into our eternal photo album forevermore. And remember the moments even after death. Thank you very much.